So the BET Awards was a stone cold groove, right? This was the BET Hip Hop Awards that they hold out here in Atlanta. I think this is like the 4th or 5th one. Last year was okay, but this year was a good job too. I enjoyed it. Did you? I will tell you that I wasn't expecting that much though, because after all of the much hyped up drama between Young Jeezy and Rick Ross and 50 Cent and whoever the hell he was fighting with in the parking lot, I was just like, you know, here we go with the ignorance. But then I remembered that the reason why I love the BET Hip Hop Awards is because of the ignorance. Ain't nothing like a good old fashioned ass beating and, you know, shootout in the parking lot. So, you know, it just brought me back. I got back with it. Or like Mike Epps like to call it, is 2 hours of ratchetness. And it is quite ratchet, ain't it? I like Mike Epps as the host. I think he does a good job, and I think they need to just go on and keep him, because he has just the right amount of nigga in him that, you know, makes his stint as a host, you know, successful. And oh yeah, didn't you guys miss MC Light? I think Trina stole MC Light's gig. Now, I'm just gonna say that I don't really know why they call it awards, considering that they only handed out 3 awards at the actual award ceremony, or at least that's all they showed on television. There was the Perfect Combo Award that went to Kanye West, Big Sean, Pusha T, and 2 Chainz. Y'all know I'm gonna be saying that this whole video, for Mercy. Then there was Lyricist of the Year that went to fellow West Coastidian. Is that a word? Kendrick Lamar, who was 100% representing both sets. He had on his damn blue rag shirt, his red rag shirt. I was like, fuck. He you know, he taking care of everything. They had a 2-for-1, a BOGO at Sloss and Swap Meet. And then they had the People's Champ Award that again went to 2 Chainz for his song with Drake. What song is it? No Lie. Those are the only 3 awards that they handed out the whole evening. Now, I know that they probably, you know, are going to mail these people that won, you know, the other nominees who won their awards, you know, I'm sure they're going to mail it to them in the mail. But damn, I'd be damned if I was, you know, got all gussied up and dressed up to be sitting in the fucking seat all day. Y'all ain't gonna show me on the TV. What is the purpose of coming? But then again, nobody big really shows up for the awards show. I mean, I know we had 2 Chainz and I know we had Pusha T and everything, but you know, for real, they, in the grand scheme of things, they not no damn A-list rappers. There's really nothing other than the, you know, just different performances and the Cyphers. So let's just talk about those 2, shall we? Alright, you guys, so I think the first performance was our favorite Grasshopper, the one and only Wiz Khalifa, and he did a good job. He sang work hard, play hard, work hard, and he did really good. You know, I was able to understand him. He enunciated every word. He was rapping really, really fast, so he did a good job. And then, you know, a couple of other rappers came out and performed with him. I think Juicy J. Now, I don't remember what song they was performing to, but Juicy J was singing his lyrics to Bands That Make Her Dance. Did Juicy J have on a raincoat? Like, I'm trying to figure out just exactly why did he have a raincoat on? Did they not have anywhere for him to hang his coat up before he performed? You know, what was going on there? Meek Mill sang Amen, and y'all, that's my jam. It's just something about it make you want to be like, do 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 do, and make you want to do your shoulders like this. And there's some bad bitches in the building. Amen. I see some real niggas in the building. Let Meek Mill be a lesson to all of us that as long as you get you a little money, you can clean up real nice. I mean, that he used to look like a frog. He looked totally different. I was like, okay, Meek Mill, he did good. He cleaned up well. He had on his pants and his shirt. He was matching everything. The shit was tight. And he was sagging. Like, how do you have tight pants on and you be sagging? His shit was all bunched up in the back there, but he still, it was still better than last year. Kurt Cobain's is not Kurt Cobain, because that's what I thought it was. It's Kirko Baines. He comes out, at least that's what my son Joe told me, and I don't know if I told you guys at the beginning of the video, but it really does help to have a teenager watch one of these damn award shows with you, so you can, you know, every few minutes you can be like, Joe, who's that? And he could tell you, because I was lost, you know, bitch old. They had RZA, you know, from Wu-Tang Clan. He came out and he presented, I think, Lyricist of the Year for that Kendrick Lamar kid. I was looking at RZA, fuck, I thought he was Leon. I was like, don't he look like Leon? Y'all, the actor Dr. Leon? As a matter of fact, where the fuck is Leon? I think the two of them are the same people. You ain't never seen the RZA and Leon in the same room at the same time, have you? Okay. 2 Chainz came out. 2 Chainz. I just love saying that, y'all. I'm sorry. 2 Chainz came out and performed All I Want for My Birthday is a Big Booty Girl. They got some old ignorant ass shit on the radio these days, don't they? Why the ignorant shit be jamming? He came out, he performed that, and then he performed some other song. Ain't nobody really knew what the hell it was. At least I didn't know. I don't have his album or anything. Is it good? You would think that I would have it though, considering that 2 Chainz has taken over my love for the local ATL rapper. You know, he's replaced Gucci Mane. Can't fuck with Gucci Mane no more. His lip situation's all crusty and wrong. 2 Chainz is my new baby daddy. T.I. came out and performed some song that Joe told me was called Trouble Man, and T.I. was the most crunkest and hypest that I have ever seen him. He was fucking screaming. I don't think he even needed a fucking microphone. He was so loud. He was just like, you couldn't understand one word he was saying. I said, okay, T.I., I'm gonna need you to bring that down. I know we in Atlanta, you really excited, everybody in your hometown and everything, but you know, just simmer down a little bit. Then he sang Go Get It, which is also one of my jams, but it don't really matter because y'all, I love me some T.I. That T.I. is fine. Oh my God, he could sit up there and sing the ABCs as far as I was concerned. I'd be like, A, B, C, D. Future did turn up the lights, and surprisingly, Future got like a little sing-songy voice. I mean, it was, you know, he wasn't singing, but at least he was on the note when he was singing the turn up the lights, I'm looking for. He was doing good. I was like, okay, Future. And then the music came out for y'all, my jam. Same damn time. Something about that beginning of the song. Don't that shit hype you up? Dun, 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 dun. Y'all, now all these ATL songs and shit be stupid, but I'm telling you, nobody start a song off better than these ATL artists. Is Future from ATL? He might not even be from here, but that shit show was jamming. But then here come Puffy. You know, it was alright, but you know, Puffy, I don't even like him on the remix of the song, so I hated that they had him on there, because I really think Future could have just turned it out all on his own, but, you know, I guess they needed to have Puffy on there because they wanted to bring his artists out, so they brought out some white kid. What did Joe say his name was? I think he said his name was MGK. And MGK comes down off the rafters. He's holding on to the fucking ladder and they bringing him down. He's wired up to it. How about when he got down on the goddamn floor? He couldn't get unhooked. He just rapping and trying to do whatever he's doing. I was like, nah, I'm gonna need y'all to go to rehearsal. And then once they got him unhooked, here he go, running, jumping all up into the damn balcony with the black people. You know, black people, we don't really like all that jumping into that. I was like, somebody go get his country ass up out the damn balcony before somebody push him over. All that jumping and sweating. Can you back up? Then we have French Montana, who the only reason why that Don't Stop, Pump That, Don't Stop, Pump That song is doing as well it is because it has Doodoo Brown in it. Okay, and Doodoo Brown used to be my jam, okay? Don't stop, pump that pussy, let me see you Doodoo Brown. Y'all babies don't know nothing about that. That shit used to be the jam. That would close out every night when you was at the clubs, you know, back in the 90s, honey. Okay, y'all missing out on some shit these days, for real. So yeah, that was all Puffy's little crew. They came up and did whatever they did. Then they had the Rakim tribute, and it was pretty good. You know, Rakim, he just reminds me of just some cool, you know, he done been through it all. And now he's like sort of like some old bebop jazz artist, you know, that's just chilling, you know. He just, you know, when he talk, everything was real slow. And that's my man there. And he did this and that. You know, just, he was just cool. You know, he's taking his time. He was just like, you know, I don't get too many awards too often, so let me say whatever the hell I got to say. He did shout out Red Alert, and I was like, God damn. That Red Alert is old as fuck. I know he is a good DJ and everything, and we, you know, no disrespect and everything, but Red Alert is no longer Red Alert. He more like a burgundy buzz or something. He ain't doing too much sirening no more. Old ass fucker. We got Maybach music. You know, Rick Ross and all his folks come out, and y'all, as soon as I saw Rick Ross come out with his upper half, you know, that was that was unclothed. I was just like, oh, Ricky is gonna give it to me tonight. Just what the hell I was looking for, because last year I was very, very disappointed. So he comes out, and y'all, he was giving me everything. He was giving me titty, he was giving me lactation, he was giving me belly, he was giving me gut, he was giving me sour sweat funk. It was just all there. Y'all, I got my life in that performance. I did. And did you guys notice how his titties, they was a part of the performance? They was like, every time he would do something, they would be bouncing and jumping up and down. They got their own role in this whole stage situation. We had Omarion. Y'all, Omarion was so happy to be up on somebody else's stage that he just was up there doing the most. I mean, he was so tiny next to Rick Ross. I was just like, look at the baby go. He was doing some weird ass pelvic thrust, feminine movements that he was doing. I was just like, all right, Omarion, all right. Let him just go on and let him finish. But of course, for the real old heads such as myself, you know I enjoyed the Chris Lighty performance the most. First, we had Tribe Called Quest come out, and it was good to see Fife up there with Q-Tip. You know, they've had their drama in the days. And we had Busta, you know, the old gout extraordinaire, extra hyped, extra excited. And you know, he was trying to do put your hands where my eyes can see, but he was everything when he talked, it was all like this. That big ass strong nigga, just thick, ain't he? Just buff arena swole. That Joe came out, who's not so fat anymore, and he did lean back. Lean back always gets the party going. But y'all know that when Missy Elliott jumped her ass out on that stage, I almost fucking had a conniption. Oh my god, you guys, I swear I had to do the dance. I had to jump up and show the kids, you know, how mama used to do it back in the day, because I'm telling you, that fucking get your freak on, even to this day. That shit will keep the party going. I kind of feel like I want to hear that now. Loves me some Missy Elliott. That's what good music used to be, that Missy Elliott. She could come out with an album right now, right at this very moment, and I bet you that shit would be jamming better than most of the shit that's out on the radio right now. Then we had 50 Cent. And you know, 50 Cent was I Get Money. So yeah, you know, 50 Cent is good for what 50 Cent is good for. But yeah, it was an excellent tribute. I mean, just for real, had the party going for a good little 10 minutes that they was on. So the first Cypher was the Grand Hustle artist, you know, T.I.'s people. He had B.O.B., he had the Azalea girl, who, I did like her in that Cypher. I still, you know, I ain't sure still if I'm buying it with her. Something about, you know, her song, that Murder Business, or that murder, you know, when she talk everything like this, and it gotta mean that murder business, or whatever she says. But she did good on the Cypher. And then T.I., they had some other people, but T.I. got up there, and like I said, I could watch T.I., fine ass, he can say whatever the hell he want to say. It's all good with me. The second Cypher was just some folks that they seemed like they threw together for me. And I don't know who this Purdy boy was, but Purdy boy was quite purdy. He was cute. Rocky is liking the little babies. I mean, he looked like he was young, but he was something cute to me. We had Hobson, and Hobson is the kid with the cat-colored eyes, or, you know, the cat lenses or whatever. And I was like, now see, I can't really get with this. This is looking a little too demonic on my stage. Now, I don't give a fuck if he got 16 million hits on YouTube. He's supposed to be really good, but them eyes was throwing me off. He had the white kid, I think his name was Mac Miller or something like that, and he was good. You know, he's got his whole Eminem swag on. I know little white rappers hate that people always compare them to Eminem, but he didn't he remind you of Eminem? He reminded me of Eminem. The third Cypher was the folks that they had from outside the U.S. So they had the South African chick, and you know, she did good. Then they had this guy that was speaking in French. At least I think that's what he was speaking in French. I wasn't really watching at that time. I was fucking dyeing my old gray ass edges. Y'all should see how gray they were. I was like rinsing it out at the time, but I was listening, and I believe that was Speed was speaking in French. They had a few other people. I think it was Talib Kweli and that Cypher, and they always make sure that they throw Talib Kweli in somewhere up in the damn Cyphers. They just make sure that he's on there some kind of way. The fourth Cypher was the group with the chick. Dang, what was her name? I liked her. She had a real cute weave. And then they had Joey Badass, ASAP Rocky. I was glad I knew who ASAP Rocky was. It just so happened a couple of weeks ago, a friend of mine's son told me about him. So I was like, oh, I know who he is. I was really feeling kind of hip. Then we had Dricky Graham, who looked just like an untattooed, real fresh, you know, still milk on the breath Chris Brown. He looked like him. He was just a little bit thinner, but otherwise he looked like him. He sounded like him. Then they had the Childish Gambino kid, who supposedly is also an actor. He's acts on that show Community, and I guess he plays some, you know, some nerdy son or something on the show. So I guess it was a big deal that he was on the BET Cypher because, yeah, you know, he's an actor, but he's a pretty good rapper. I thought he did a really good job. Now, number 5 was my West Coast brethren. You know, we had Exhibit, we had YG, we had Corrupt, we had E40 Water. Y'all remember 40 Water? Sprinkle me, man. Sprinkle me, man. That used to be the jam back in the day. Like I said, y'all kids don't know nothing about that. And then they had DJ Quik, and they had Snoop Dogg, better known as Snoop Lion. Exhibit, he got the same thing to whatever that Busta Rhymes got. Exhibit has, you know, that old choked out, you know, when he talking. He was, you know, I was like, baby, get him a lozenge or something. It's always good to see Corrupt. Man, I tell you, I partied to quite a few lyrics of Corrupt's back in the day. I mean, he, you know, when he was with the Dog Pound, man, please. E40 was good for what he's always good for. He got up there, you know, and said his little punchlines, made you laugh, made you giggle. He has that weird little way of twisting words around and putting a little twang on it. And, you know, he's, you know, really for real repping the West Coast yayo area. So, you know, it was really, really good. Now, DJ Quik, he was getting on my fucking nerves with that goddamn tapping. What was with the tapping? I know you was trying to keep the beat, and you know, he probably in his mind had been sat up there and was like, that shit is gonna be tight. I am gonna keep the beat on the fucking table. So he was just rapping and tapping and tapping and tapping, and the shit was getting off with the music, and I was like, you fucking up my experience here. Not only that, but it was like, you supposed to be like the pimp, okay? You supposed to be cool and shit. All this nervous fucking tapping. Nigga, put that goddamn pen down. Plus, he was fucking up his perm. I mean, he was sweating so much his goddamn bangs was all getting all crinkled up here. I was just like, you messing your shit up. And, you know, Snoop, he did what he does best. You know, Snoop is just buzzed out. You know, Snoop loves everybody. You know, Snoop, like I said, you know, he had a new awakening. You know, he's Snoop Lion now, so. And then last but not least was the Rough Rider crew. And I was just okay with the Rough Rider crew. They had Cassidy, they had Eve, who I am still very annoyed that Eve hasn't come out with another album. Like, what are you waiting on, Eve? You done left us with the Nicki Minaj's of the world. She ain't never coming out with no damn album. She wasn't even motivated, it seemed like, when she was doing the goddamn Cypher, didn't it? She was just kind of, you know, when she was talking, everything was like this, you know, she ain't really saying nothing, she was just whatever. Then we had DMX, and they said DMX was from Baltimore, Maryland. I was like, I thought DMX was an NYC kind of man. Isn't he from New York, you guys? Anyways, you guys, that is it. Not quite sure if we're going to have a top of the blocks video this week. We probably will, but if we do, it won't be until Friday. If it don't come up on Friday, and if it's not up by Saturday at the latest, then we ain't getting one this week. Okay, so you guys remember to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. My channel is for itsrox. Everything else I do will be in the bottom bar below. It is the end of the day. I did this video after I got off of work because I was just like, I need to get this done today. You guys, that's the Capricorn in me, very anal. Very much sticks to schedules. When I get off, it throws my whole world off. So yeah, it's 5 o'clock. That's why the lighting looks kind of weird and different and darker, but hey, it's all right, right? Okay, all right. I hope that you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.